It's me again. I'm going to fling this little video out there. It has somewhat a little bit about the villages and subscribers. I'm pushing subscribers, and I know a lot of you maybe are just getting sick of hearing about it, but there's a really good reason why all YouTube creators, no matter who you watch here in the villages or anywhere else, subscribing to that channel is so important. It helps the channel for a lot of reasons. I'll give you a couple, three, because I know not everybody understands what YouTube's all about. For me, it's about giving out information, because when Sue and I bought our very first home down here, we bought a way that we have never bought in our life. And this is back kind of when internet was fairly new to us, but who knows how many years it was there before I knew about it. We bought our first house online. Luckily for us, we had a friend that worked for the village's realty office. And by the way, this is being filmed on my GoPro 7, so that's why you see more of the background, because it's got a wider angle on the lens, the way it's set. I could change it, but I just generally don't. He took some pictures for us of a house that I found. I found it by accident. It wasn't even on the village's website yet. He didn't understand how I even found it. To be honest with you, I don't even know how I found it, but I found it. I sent him the link. He brought it up. He went to the office. He found it with that link. Why it wasn't on the village's website to this day, I don't know. But it was for sale. The price was, I knew what the price was. It was a very good price. There's a long story about why it was being sold for the price it was being sold for. But I gave him an all-cash offer, and it was accepted, and I was in. Everything was done over the internet. I never set foot in the house. I never walked around the house or any of that. He done it for me. He sent me a report of, and I trusted him. And that helped me tremendously, having a guy, foot on the ground guy that I trusted to do video for me, and we could kind of see what it was from that angle. Now comes the second angle, buying it on the internet. You're asked to go and put like 20% down in cash. They give you an account so that your bank can forward money into that account. Once that money's in there, then and only then is the offer, which I had a full cash offer, but it's still an offer, goes to the owner. Anything can happen in between there. If it takes your bank 24 hours to transfer money, in that 24-hour period, if there's somebody here that made an offer that they could do here, that offer's probably going to get to the owner before yours, because your offer doesn't go in until they receive that 20% down. Me, luckily, I had somebody at the bank that I also knew, and they forwarded that money to that account like within an hour, if that. Just boom, it was there. And that's the way it really should be at all banks, really. And so my offer got in first, it was accepted, and then we had to do closing. Everything was done over the internet once again. And the only thing that they suggested to me, the guy I knew down here, the guy that had the boots on the ground, the guy I trusted that worked for the village's office, he told me, make sure, you know what, I don't think I turned it on, did I? Yeah, I did. I was just thinking I forgot to turn the mic on again, but no, I turned it on. Make sure we have a full thing of ink in our printer, black ink for print. That's okay, which we did. Everything was set up. He told me about what time things would start arriving. Everything was set up. We had a printer set up, had a computer set up, and bingo, here comes the information. And we printed everything off. And they were very good at marking initial here, sign here, both of you sign here, so on and so forth. Copy, emailed it back. And after that, they told me that the next day, overnight, they were going to overnight me a package by FedEx, and they did. I signed and we initialed all the stuff marked. It was highlighted in I think in yellow. Everything was highlighted. And there was 2 bundles. One was for Sue and I to keep as a copy, and the other was for everything that we had to sign and whatever and send back, and everything was marked. Everything had to go back. Also in that package was a return FedEx overnight mailer that came with it. I didn't have to go to FedEx and do anything. I put all the stuff we signed and whatever in that package. I went in and dropped it off up here at Brownsburg, Indiana, where I lived. There's a big FedEx box up there, probably everywhere. I dropped it in there. It came down here the very next day. My friend emailed me to let me know everything was there. At that point, because I was doing an all cash offer. At that point, I had to make sure that the rest of the money for the house was sent into that account. So that was done. I made sure all that was set up ahead of time. All that was done. At that time, he sent me an email letting me know that all that money was verified and was in the account. Everything went to closing. I got an email like later that afternoon, whenever closing was. I don't know what time closing was. I was still working full time. And Sue was still up there doing her thing. I think at that time we were still in the process of selling our home in Hartford City because we were buying a home in Brownsburg, or maybe not. No, I take that back. No, we had already sold a house in Hartford City. We had a house in Brownsburg. This is after the housing debacle, when everybody lost like 40% in 401k money and all that. You all remember that, right? I didn't want to work till I was 70 years old. And so I was nervous about, if this would have happened during the year I was going to retire, that could have changed everything for me. And I was tired. I just didn't want to deal with UPS anymore. I just didn't. And so I pulled the money out of my 401k that I had there. Now I understand I had a company pension, I had my Social Security and all this and that. That was all pretty well written in stone. But this was extra play money, so to speak. And so I took that money out, and of the different investments in the 401k that I had, and I decided that I'm going to buy an investment property in the Villages because I knew that real estate property here was pretty solid. I watched the values of homes here on their real estate site, what they were selling for, so on and so forth, during that house debacle. Now, I think the sale of homes slowed down, but the prices didn't. They were pretty solid. And so I decided to put the money down here, not really intending of making money, really. I just wanted to put it in a safe place where I knew that it wouldn't go down in value like it did in the stock market. And I am not a stock genius of any kind. And when the closer you get to retirement, I think, unless you got a lot of money, and I don't, the less likely you are to take a lot of risk. You want it to kind of be solid, You dream for those days where the CD accounts were getting you 9 and 10%, right? Boy, if they were here today, huh? But they're not. So anyway, we came down, we had the house, and I told Sue, I said, at least it's a place, because we always knew we was going to probably retire here, at least for a while. I never said I was going to stay here forever. We knew we'd be here for a while. And who knows how long that while will be. Could be forever. I said, it's not the biggest house in the world, but it's a place to hang my hat after I retire, after we sell everything up there and really make the move down here. We always knew we probably would look for a second home, maybe sell that home to buy a second home or keep that home to rent it out. We didn't know. But I said, at least it's a place to hang our hat. The 1.5 car garage was a deal breaker for me for full time. Can you make it happen? Sure, you can make it happen. You can make anything happen. But I wanted a bigger garage. I wanted at least a two-car garage and a golf cart garage. I did not get the golf cart garage, but I got a 2-car garage with a 4-foot bump out. So it's larger than normal. And that's not unusual here, but it's larger than normal. We can live with it. I've been living with it now for going on 6 years, so it's okay. So I started doing these videos. That's a long story, I know. I started doing these videos to help people out that are concerned about those kinds of things. I was concerned about them. I mean, you go to the bank and 100 and some thousand just goes, where's it going? Well, it goes in that account down there. I don't, it's just numbers on the computer, really. It went from this computer up there to this computer down here, and I just wanted to make sure those numbers showed up, and so they did, and we were okay. So relax when it comes to buying something online. It's scary, I know, for a lot of you. It's not as scary today as I don't think it was, say, 10 years ago. And that's kind of when we bought our first home, was 10 years ago. But it's safe. If you're working through the Village of Realty, that's who I'm talking about. It's safe. Other real estate companies today, they all probably do it. It's all probably safe. Just make sure you know who you're talking to. Make sure you know that the realtor that you're talking to is a real realtor for that company and not some imposter. Just cover your butt. Call a real estate company. Make sure that guy works there. I'm sure he does, but just make sure. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of realtors here that are very, very, very competent, very, very, very good at what they do, and they're very knowledgeable about the area. So just relax a little bit on that because you're okay. Now, subscribers. I really need people to start subscribing. I found out a few things. I've been in contact with YouTube representatives, and apparently there's been some things going on with YouTube for the last 6 months that I was unaware of. One is YouTube updated some systems that they have that a lot of subscribers were automatically unsubscribed from all of their YouTube channels they were subscribed to for unknown reasons. I don't understand it. I'm not sure they understand it. So you need to resubscribe. So I'm asking people that follow me on my channels or any other channels that you are subscribed to or think you're subscribed to, go back, check, make sure you're subscribed. I've gotten a lot of emails in the last few months saying they're not being notified about my Wednesday night live show, or they're not being notified about some of my new videos I'm putting up. And I email them back and I tell them, you're not subscribed. They say, yes, I am. So I'm just saying, go double check, because there's been glitches in YouTube lately. And I don't know what their glitches are. I have no control over any of that. But just go back and look for that red subscribe button. If it's red, the odds are it'll say subscribe. That means you're not subscribed. Click it. If you're on the computer anyway, click it. It'll turn gray. And then it says subscribed, ED on the end. Now you're subscribed. Click the bell, hit the all, and then you'll be notified. I implore you to please do that. One is YouTube recommends my videos if I have a lot of subscribers. If I don't have a lot of subscribers, my videos don't get recommended. And I watch my analytics pretty close. And 60%, I've mentioned this number before, of my full-time viewers are not subscribed. That's analytics straight from YouTube. And even though they can be off a little bit because of their glitches, they're not off that much. My RV channel, only 20% of my viewers are unsubscribed or not subscribed. So please, on my Villages channel, I'm working very, very hard in trying to make this channel interesting, informative, and because of the Wednesday Night Live, I've added a little bit of fun and zaniness to the channel, just so everybody enjoys it. And all of this is to get people to come into my channel and subscribe. You're all welcome to come and view. It's all free to view. But if you're not subscribed, it doesn't really help me, and it doesn't help the channel in any way. So when I put up a video, if everybody subscribed were doing what I'm asking them to do, my viewership would be a lot larger than it is. I put up a video, and generally speaking, and I'm not putting any of this down, please don't take this in any way. I'm trying to educate you on why I need you to subscribe and view. Is within a week, usually my view on certain videos are give or take 2,000, give or take. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but 2,000 views. That's not very good, really, in relation to the subscribers that I have. the percentage of views should be much larger than that because of the subscriber base that I do have. I'm not sure why that is, other than the fact that a lot of the people are not being notified about the new videos. And so I keep putting this up saying, you're not subscribed. And when I say you, I'm not talking about everybody, but 60% of you are not. So go and please go check. Make sure you're subscribed, because there's a good chance you're not. And it would help my viewership and my views on my channel a lot. And on any channel that you're subscribed to, go check and make sure you're still subscribed. There's been glitches. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you on the other side.